Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to Does It Suck with Nick, Lance, and Amber. This week we watched was it 1998? Was that what we determined?
I think it was 98.
98 movie Blade, starring Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Do believe that does classify as both a vampire and Marvel movie. So
It does.
if we were keeping track of Marvel movies, which we're not, hey, we'd get one in each column.
So I guess does it suck or does it snap?
I like that.
That was actually not rehearsed.
The movie definitely got snapped out of existence when Marvel took over with Disney. So
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't. Well, see, that's the thing. We don't know enough about the new Blade to know if it's a reboot or a continuation.
Yeah.
We really don't know.
I imagine it'll be a reboot.
I would think so
that would be my guess anyway.
because I feel like the biggest thing is they need to weave the story to fit their New York,
Yeah.
their cities.
Yeah.
So most likely, yes, it will be a reboot, but we just don't know yet.
And I'm looking forward to the new Blade. I know we talked about like saving this one until that one comes out, but I think it's also getting pushed back because of the writer's strike.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, the writer's strike's screwing everything up. So I'm glad I kind of pulled the trigger early.
I don't think it's worth waiting for. We can compare and
Yeah.
contrast once we finally
Yeah.
sit down to watch the new Blade.
go ahead, y'all. Hold out till you get more money. We can wait for new episodes.
Well, this is going to be a movie, not an episode.
I'm talking to the writers that are on the
Well,
writer's
I know.
strike right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying that,
We can wait. I mean,
movies, episodes, you do you. I want quality, and you guys just should be paid for that quality.
and hopefully they learned their lesson from last time, and they don't try to wing it like they did with Heroes. Because Heroes went
Or
from
that season of
amazing
Bones.
to trash.
Remember that season of Bones?
I've not seen all of Bones.
That it was an early season, so it was the one where they had the serial killer that was doing the silvered bones, and then it turned.
I don't remember him.
Do you want bone spoilers?
I don't
No.
care, but
It was.
I guess not.
You know this one. You've seen this season of Bones. You watched it with me back when it was legendary. It was the season where they were going after this this one killer, and it was very cryptic and whatnot. And the guy was building like a mandible of teeth to like be a cannibalism. And suddenly the smartest intern that worked for them, Zach, turned out to be his apprentice.
Oh, sure.
And there was no build-up for that because of the writer's strike. It was just suddenly, it was like rushed to like, oh my god, Zach's involved in this.
How come you guys didn't write this down? Not writers. We're just kind of like, what if he did it?
Yeah. It was pretty bad. It was like, you needed a build-up, some hints. There was none of that. So, please no.
And he was also a vampire.
He could be.
Dun dun dun.
Maybe, but nah, Bones really didn't delve too much into supernaturals.
Thanks for watching our Bones review.
Yeah. Anyways, now we're going to get into the part where we're going to rate this movie. Now, keep in mind, there will be two ratings. One right now that's on a scale of 0 to 10, with 5 being the middle. And then at the end, we're going to tell you whether or not this movie sucks or bites.
Yes.
Very subjective at the end.
Yes. That's good. Especially like yay or nay, and us being like, well, it was a middling movie, so let's find some description for how it fits in the middle.
Yeah.
So keep in mind that sucks means it's good and bites means it's awful.
Yes, because if vampires suck, I mean, vampires also bite, but
Yeah.
Well, I think more of the rating is we do it 0 to 10 for how much we enjoyed the movie, and it sucks if it's a vampire-y movie, or if it bites if it's just kind of like...
Yeah, I think you're putting way too much emphasis on how we subjectively define sucks or bites at the end. I think it's just like, what do I feel today?
Yeah.
Was it a good day? Was it a rainy day? Was the sky purple? You know, whatever affected us.
Right.
But anyways, Lance,
Yeah.
on a scale of 0 to 10, what would you give Blade?
I do like this movie very much. I would give this movie an 8.
Damn it, I should have gone up.
yeah, I went down. I was down.
I almost changed it while we were sitting there, and I was like, no, I'm not going to go down.
I saw you switch a card. I just wasn't sure what you were doing.
No, I thought about going up to an 8. It's like, no, I'm going to play it safe. I think it's a 7. And then I should have just trusted my gut.
Yeah, with how much fun you were having over there, I'm like, 7 seems about right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's.
I think it's also one we've seen several times before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so keep in mind this was also when he was super hot, and one of his movies that I absolutely adore back in the day was Demolition Man.
Everyone adores Demolition Man.
Oh yeah, it's just such a good movie, and like you could see where a lot of his training from Blade like crept into that movie as well. So
that was done in '99, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah. Nick, on a scale of 0 to 10, what would you give Blade?
I'm gonna give this one a 6.
6.
Okay. I thought about going down, but
really, this movie's okay. It's a little bit better than like whatever.
It's a cult classic,
but it's not good. It's okay. There's stuff in it that's good, but I don't know if it's. This isn't one I throw in because I'm like, man, I gotta watch some Blade.
Now comes the part where Liz is trying to figure out how much does my wife really like the movie Blade.
Yeah.
Because I'm an enigma to him sometimes. Because he'll be like, I've got her pin. And then I give one of my favorite movies a 5 because I admit it's absolute trash.
Alright, so Amber, what do you give Blade?
I think I would give Blade an 8.
No, see, I was thinking.
What'd you say? I would give it a 7.
Well, look what I covered up. Oh,
I can do that too because mine are in numerical order.
Well, I didn't do that. I literally threw the 8 out front because 0 is behind that. But damn it, I thought I'd change it. I don't know what I'm doing here anymore. I can't guess anymore.
No,
I'm terrible.
No,
the kid lost it. Damn.
All right, so I guess if you've not seen Blade, spoiler warning.
Yeah, for a movie that is 25 years old.
Yeah, almost. I think it's 24, but no, it's 20.
It'd be 25.
20, I guess it depends on when it came out.
I'm not sure what month it came out, but this would be the year it turns into 25 years old. Yeah. So it's probably why they were originally targeting to re-release Blade this year. It's like 25 years.
25th anniversary.
We'll give you a new Blade finally.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Mahershala Ali over Wesley Snipes because Wesley Snipes is fine.
Yeah,
but
we'll get a better range of acting,
of emotions.
We don't know that yet. I mean, it's
based on what I've seen, the new Blade in other shows and films. He has a wider range of emotions. He's not Willie Mae Hayes from Major League. Because that's what I always see Wesley Snipes as first. Willie Mae Hayes.
I see Wesley Snipes as the guy from Demolition Man first. I don't remember what the character.
Simon Phoenix.
Simon Phoenix.
Yep. I love fucking Simon Phoenix. He's so good.
What's your boggle?
Yeah. What's my buggle?
Wait a minute. I remember watching
How much
Major
do you
League repeatedly as a little kid. So that his role in that being the guy who constantly stole bases that's all I really remember him as.
When I was in my 20s, 22 or so, I had a job working at an arcade, and we got the Demolition Man pinball machine in. And one of the first things we have to do whenever we get the pins is we take the glass off and we have to wax the board so the steel ball will slide around and get some more action. And we do it after the store closes. So the first thing we do as soon as we take the glass off is we just push every fucking button to make sure that everything's working.
Sure.
We run the score way the fuck up. And it was one of those pins that had like a little storyline, and the more you got, it gave you more lines and shit. So the two things that I remember is that the mall security came to the fence at 11:30 at night because we had an entrance from the mall, because the machine the entire night was going, Phoenix jackpot. And that's all it kept doing over and over. And like the security came to the gate and they're like, what the fuck is going on in here? We're like, sorry, we're playing with the pinball machine. But I'll never forget that as long as I live. Sorry.
So again, spoilers.
And that was plenty of time to click away.
Yeah.
So I will admit, I think I have one of those effects where I am Pop Mandela effects going on with this movie, where the opening sequence, because of the internet, I associate with the song that Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, because somebody put a mashup, I think, of that scene to that. That song doesn't come out until like 2001. But that is how I remember that opening scene, is to that song. So when it did not play, I was like, this feels weird.
It's one of the songs that was playing at some point in time during it reminded me of like that "Do It Now" anime trailer music that you hear, like like that kind of very 2000s-y, late 90s-y sort of.
It was like the music in the opening sequence was really just kind of just like
very generic
techno,
elevator techno.
Yeah.
So I think that's the best way I can describe
And
it.
then, like, EDM today is more engaging music in a musical way than what we were hearing there. It was kind of lame. And then Lance and I noticed that a character from The Shield, an actor from The Shield, was one of the first people on the scene.
And one of the guys that plays Lim in The Shield is like walking in the club like, yeah, I'm right. What are we doing? Oh God, I'm horrified. There's blood.
He was the human at the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah, it was crazy.
As soon as he popped up, I was like, pretty sure that's Lim. And then Amber goes, hey, Lance, do you know who it is? I was like, that's definitely Lim then. If she's noticed him too, it's definitely him. I'm glad to see that guy's getting more work.
Yeah,
Back in
2
98.
things.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That was before The Shield, so.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much he's getting now, but hey.
But I mean, that opening sequence, even with
great.
the other, it's so different with the pouring of blood over them, and then the all of the special effects for staking vampires, which was very reminiscent, as I pointed out, to the TV show of Buffy. You know, obviously they can do a little bit more with a major motion picture budget, but it's very similar.
Was Buffy 96 or was it 99?
97.
97. So
Buffy is 97. So they came out right about the same
yeah,
time.
because I remember Buffy's dusting started off very like they got hit and then they just turned to dust, and then eventually they did like you can see the skeletons and them burning away. So it seems like
They might have taken some.
yeah. I wonder if they either lateral thinking where it's kind of like you imagine dusting.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like well we didn't have the money to do all that for a TV show, whereas Blade just come right out and do it.
Yeah. But
It was also Tracy Lords that led him into the club, which was a very prominent porn actress back in the 80s
Yeah, I don't know that.
and 90s. I know that.
True, I don't know. Yeah.
whatever.
That's the only person in this that I recognized from that would have been a small bit player, I guess, was the woman that was the lead in Alien vs. Predator was Blade's mom, Vanessa Brooks. And I'm like,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I looked at her and I'm like, she looks familiar, so I had to look her up.
Yeah.
I didn't,
Alien vs. Predator. I'm like, oh, okay.
I didn't see the scarification on her forehead.
It was on the cheek.
I didn't see it there either.
Because Machiko Noguchi gets it on the forehead where it's supposed to be. But in the movie, for some reason, they put it on the cheek. And I'm like, this movie could have been so good. But instead, it was Alien vs. Predator.
It's not as good as AVP 2, where that girl gets hit and she just gets hit with the.
I actually like Alien vs. Predator. And Alien vs. Predator 2 is funnier because it's just more trash.
I know, but my favorite thing was where she just gets pinned to the wall. But I digress. We're going to try and keep this one a little bit more on track. It will never happen, but we're going to try.
I tapped the fuck out of Aliens vs. Predator when the guy said, get to the chopper. I was like, okay, they're just going to...
Get to the chopper?
He did. He said, get to the chopper.
That's in the second one, isn't it?
I don't know which one it was, but
I don't remember that in the first
one of them they used the
They're
line.
in Antarctica. and
Yeah. But this is not a review of Alien vs. Predator.
Could be.
No. This is a review of Blade. For me, I think the weakest thing about Blade that I've always struggled with is I don't give a fuck about Deacon Frost.
no, not really.
Steven Dorff.
It's a weird plot that they're going through as well.
Yeah.
And then he just gets beaten at the end. It's just kind of like, here we go.
Yeah.
And he blows up. It's not a new way to kill a vampire. It's just
Yeah.
something he did earlier in the movie.
I remember the only other thing I know Steven Dorff from is, and the only reason I remember his name is because Dorff on Golf, Tim Conway sketch back in the day on the Carol Burnett show. But the only other thing I remember him from is he was hawking vape e-cigs when they first came out. I was like, hey, my name's Steven Dorff and I smoke this thing. And I was like, oh, I'm glad that guy's getting more work. So
I don't care about his character. I like the concept of the Vampire Council. I'm big into Vampire the Masquerade growing up, so that's very reminiscent of that. And that's you get all this really interesting vibes. You've got all this interesting vampire lore, and then you have like douchebag vamp who's just like, I'm a rebel, but he's not even like a cool rebel like we get in Buffy. He's not an Angelus. I mean, I would prefer to Angelus, and I'm not an Angel fan at all, but at least he's a more compelling and interesting bad guy. This guy's just kind of like, I'm mega douche.
You said it wrong. His name is Angelus.
Angelus.
But like, you didn't even, the plot, you don't see like him scouring over things. He's letting a computer do all this work.
Yeah.
So it's not even like you see him putting work into the plot and it coming together. It's kind of like, the computer's doing it for me, and then the side guys do it for me.
I believe, like, I feel like in a way there's like this really interesting dynamic of, oh, we're going to you know, because it's the late 90s and computers really just starting to see what they can do. It's cutting edge that he's like, oh, I've got people working, we're going to program it, we're going to bring back a dead language so we can figure this out. But it doesn't feel earned. We don't know enough about him to make this feel like earned. Like, to bring up, like, unfortunately, another Marvel show, going to, like, the first season of Luke Cage, it's like friggin' Cottonmouth.
Yeah, Cottonmouth and Diamondback.
Diamondback. Like,
awful.
He was awful. Cottonmouth was great. And we got to see how he had earned his reputation. And we're constantly told, oh, Diamondback. And he comes on the screen and he's just fucking insane. That's why it was good.
Cuban B. He was over the top.
I mean, it was so bad. And it's like, you don't tell us somebody is going to be so compelling, like, and so vicious. And I feel like, you know, there's a little bit of that with Frost here. It's just, we don't really see where he's earned his reputation. He's disregarding the vampire rules. But he's, you know, and I get it. They were dicks to him because he wasn't a pureblood. Because apparently there's difference.
Yeah.
But
apparently you can be born a vampire in this universe.
Well, you know, which is cool. We'll go through that later. But then we're like, all right, well, why are we? I get they're being dicks, but you believe that you're going to be the chosen one. Even though Wesley Snipes is the chosen one because he's the Daywalker, you're going to become the new chosen one because you're going to become La Magra.
Yeah, I don't care about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just he's the weakest part, but the action's really good. Chris Christopherson's excellent.
I always thought that was Jeff Bridges in this movie.
Nope.
No, it's the two Chris's. Chris Christopherson.
Chris.
Ruth Chris. Wait, no, that's a restaurant. Never mind.
He did become a restaurant.
Are you thinking of Kenny Rogers Roasters?
No, I'm talking about the fact that he got eaten by multiple vampires. He was the restaurant.
You're right. And I totally want Kenny Rogers Roasters now. Yeah, that's Chris Christopherson was a country music singer back in the day that like transitioned over into movies.
Okay. I don't know why they added the plot of him having cancer.
They just wanted to remove him from the movie, I think.
Well, they did.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh, he's dying. That way, like, when he dies, you feel less bad because he was dying anyway.
There's a reason they do that.
If you've read the Blade comic books and like it was a Blade comic book plot point, put it down in the comments. Let us know.
Don't they? Is it maybe I'm thinking of Blade 2 or Blade 3?
I've not actually seen the second or third Blade.
I know
that they like do the thing at the bottom, and that's about it.
Stop it.
And I also know that Patton Oswalt said that apparently on set you had to call him Blade, not Wesley Snipes.
And then apparently a lot of the scenes are like not even him. It's like CG'd over faces and stuff because he wouldn't come out because he just wanted to stay in his fucking trailer and smoke weed.
Yeah.
So
I don't know about it. I've seen all three Blade movies, and so like rewatching it. It's been a while since I've seen this Blade, but I've seen it many times. But I feel like because there has been distance between the viewings, I was like, there are certain points that I go, well, I remember Daryl from The Walking Dead, but he's not in this one, so this must be Blade 2 or 3 memory.
Wasn't Natasha Lyonne in like the third one as well?
And so is Ryan Reynolds is in a Blade movie. Yeah, he's in Blade 3.
He's also.
I think they're in the third one, and I think
that's the one.
Daryl is also in the third one.
Norman Reedus is in that one as well.
Yeah, and Norman Reedus. It's always Daryl now.
I mean, that's fine. If you're gonna do that, though, you got to call Michael Rooker Merle.
No, it's Michael Rooker.
Merle, or if you want to, you can call me Yondu.
You can call him Mr. Spenning.
Natasha Lyonne.
I married Papa Joe. Oh, she's hot.
Yeah, she was in Orange is the New Black. She's also in But I'm a Cheerleader. She's the main in But I'm a Cheerleader. And I think she's in Russian Doll is the...
What would I know her from?
Blade 3, I
Blade.
think.
I don't remember any of those people. I remember it had Ron Perlman in it.
Because I think she's...
She's an American Pie. I don't remember that.
Oh, wait. Go back down. Go
Tasha.
back up. I saw her right there. Nope. Don't know that one. Never mind.
Oh, that's upcoming projects. Let's see. What else is she in? That is... I think Russian Doll is kind of like the one that's going off lately.
This is very
She was
important. Give us
in-
1 second.
Yeah, I'm talking.
I'm
Orange is the New Black, I think, would be another one, because she was in a bunch of, like, most of Orange is the New Black.
Never watched it.
It's-
Ooh, I know that one.
Which one?
A Futile and Stupid Gesture. That's a good one.
Anne-
She was Anne. Okay.
Anne Beats, I don't know. I don't know a lot of her work. I first saw her in But I'm a Cheerleader, and then I started noticing her in other things. Beetlejuice 2 in 2014. I don't think that's a real thing.
No, they're making a new Beetlejuice.
It says 2014 on this,
Yeah.
though.
Oh,
it says-
2014.
She was Beetlejuice in 2014. I wonder if it was a short or something like
It
that.
must have
Oh my
been.
god, that movie's got such a delay.
She was in Weeds.
Who is she in Weeds?
Tiffany in 2 episodes.
2 episodes. It was probably one of the,
I was hoping she was the Huskaroo girl.
probably like Andy's girlfriend or something in a couple episodes.
Huskaroo, Huskaroo, you're beautiful in everything you do.
She was Summerfield in Blade Trinity, which is like a blind girl or something. She was in Party Monster.
And your brand
I
is
don't
Huskaroo.
She was in deleted scenes of American Pie 2.
Yeah!
No, she was in American Pie 2. Scary Movie 2.
Who was she in American Pie 2?
Jessica. I don't remember. I don't remember the second American Pie.
She's
What-
the poor
was
girl
she-
that
was
pops
she
out her
in-
tits.
No, Jessica. Is she in the first American Pie then?
Apparently she is. Jessica, she must be one of the friends. No, she's got
I
another,
think
another
she
vampire movie.
is the
Modern
one
Vampires.
who gives Shipwreck the flask.
No, she might be.
I remember there's a pie fucker.
Yeah.
She's the one who was
And
like
somebody puts a flute in their pussy.
Well, at some point in time, I want to watch Russian Dolls. It's been recommended to me as being pretty good, and plus, I like Natasha Lyonne from the few things I've seen. In Glass Onion, as Natasha Lyonne, so that's she must have been playing herself or something.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing Glass Onion.
I haven't watched it yet. I watched Knives Out.
Knives Out was good.
Which is weird because
Stick with what you know, Rain Johnson.
yeah,
As it don't make a middle movie in a trilogy that isn't your trilogy. I have a feeling if he made his own trilogy, maybe it would be okay.
maybe, but I don't want him touching Star Wars ever again after that movie. No. So, but this is not a Star Wars review.
Nor is it Blade Trinity.
Could be.
But yeah, watching Blade, there's a lot of other Blade movies because there are 2 more. I've seen them, and I'm going, is that? And I'll sit there and I was watching. It's like, do I remember that? No, that's not this movie.
Yeah, it's the next one.
Or it's 3. I think I remember mostly 3s, but I think there's probably a few things I'm remembering that probably happened in 2.
I need to go back and watch these at like 2 and 3 at some point in time, because I've heard the third one just from the actors or whatever that it's kind of a train wreck.
It is, but I mean, it's still good action.
Yeah, but a fun train wreck.
Yeah, but
So you had Donald Loge as Quinn, which is weird because he's more of a funny guy.
He was
definitely funny, and
he was the
goon,
the vampire goon. Okay,
he was the vampire goon, but
that had his arm chopped off. Both of his arms chopped off, but they grew back faster than his face regenerated.
Yeah, he did some kind of show where he was like a detective or something like that I enjoyed watching that went off really fast.
Yeah, I don't recognize
if you go, I'll tell you which one it is because I remember it too.
But it was a show that I very much enjoyed, and it went away as fast as it showed up.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the one where like his best friend or his roommate was the guy from True Blood? Who was the bad guy in the first season?
Mm-hmm. That would be the one. But yeah, I really liked that show. Oh boy, we have to go way down here, huh? Oh my god, I'm so old.
You're in 2012 at the
Oh my
moment.
god. Holy shit, I'm so old. The further you go back, just I can feel the water leaving my skin. It can't be this far back. There's no way it's this far. Now we're at Ghost Rider, Amber. There's no way it's that far back.
No.
Okay, sorry. Shit. Fuck.
You scroll really slow.
He reads really slow, too.
That's why I'm doing this.
Do you need glasses, Lincoln?
You went past it, and now we have to backtrack.
Sons of the Anarchy. Okay.
No.
Yeah, I don't...
Because it was like something and something.
Oh, he was in Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. That one got
So I
canceled.
think you
real
passed
quick.
it again. You just went to the top. I think it was Unicorn.
No, it was not
It
Unicorn.
wasn't Unicorn. No. I don't know. But anyways, it doesn't matter. The
He
guy
He
was
was in a detective show.
yeah, and it was really good because I'm used to him being more of a
Comedy.
yeah, he's more of a funny guy. And he's very clever, and he's very good with delivering like witty one-liners. But yeah, so you had him. Of course, you had I don't know who that guy is. I don't know who she is.
Who was the council guy? He looked familiar too.
Udo Kier
He's probably
Just a guy that's in a bunch of stuff.
as Dragonetti. He's that guy.
Yeah.
He's got evil face, so they put him in a lot of stuff as
Yeah.
evil face.
Yeah.
You had Tracy Lords as Raquel. Let's see. Eric Edwards as Pearl, and it's funny because they used Chris
I was
Christopherson's
gonna say
headshot.
that doesn't look like.
You need me, Frost.
Pearl, who every time I see Pearl, I always go, oh, look, it's Balthazar.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He does look like from Buffy, the TV show, for people who are.
I make a lot of Buffy references. I'm sorry.
So this guy I recognize, but I don't know from what. But this guy Judson Scott,
Who was he in Blade?
he was
Is he one of the goons?
Palantine.
No, I don't know.
So I think I recognize him from the Next Generation. He played someone named Sobi, which I'm thinking was probably one of the Noonien Sung perfect people. But we're not reviewing that. And the rest of this is just kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh man, I gotta hide that. I don't want you to see that. Yeah.
No, I saw it.
No, you didn't see nothing. But yeah, no. This movie's always been one of those ones that hit me like right in a good spot. The choreography is really good in it. The fight scenes are good. The one-liners are good. Terriers. That was what it was.
Terriers.
Yeah,
Like
and
the
did it
dogs.
only have like one season?
Yes.
Yeah,
13 episodes.
yeah. It was a decent show.
Yeah, I found it. I went and looked up Renee from True Blood, and I backtracked that way.
And O'Donnell didn't want his name on that one.
No, I knew Renee had probably a smaller list to go through.
Yeah, he had 117 credits.
And I believe that might have come out before True Blood, and that was also one of the issues. It was actually back like 2013, I think I saw. So
Well, we were all the way back in 2007. I just didn't see it on there. But then again, I wasn't looking for terriers either.
So like Blade is one that I watched it and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I would occasionally watch it again, but not for like I gotta watch Blade again.
yeah,
I don't know why. This movie's never really done a huge connection with me, and I wonder if it's just because it's Wesley Snipes. And
it could be.
And I'm not a huge fan of Wesley Snipes.
it could be.
I knew back in the day when the movie came out that it was a Marvel property, but it was like I didn't give a shit
I didn't.
at that point. It was just a really good action movie. And then when Disney bought up Marvel and started pumping out, halfway decent Marvel movies, then I always wondered if they were going to use it like the extended universe in Star Wars. Are they just going to throw all the movies away and just be like, nah? Or are they actually going to like incorporate them into it? Personally, I think they should give them some kind of nod. But you can't be like, this is Blade and this is Blade. So
He's 25 years older at this point in time. I don't know that you want to bring, especially I don't think he's supposed to age super, it's quite the same as humans. I think he's supposed to be younger than.
he was born in the 60s.
He was born in 67.
1967.
And he still looked like he was like, what,
Yeah.
30 years old?
Which would have been, because it
Which
was,
he was about
98.
30.
So,
Yeah.
would have
But like
been,
one of the things,
31
like
years.
they was the guy who was making his serum. They hugged. Were they like childhood friends?
Oh, I would assume, like, maybe cousins or something, or friends.
Well,
Although
the guy
when
who
he
makes
walked in,
the
he's like,
serum.
you're a week early. And he's like, Whistler said I'm building up an immunity to it. So he threw him the bag of watches.
And they hugged?
Yeah, at the end, they...
Oh, yeah, they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Old friends.
Yeah,
Relate-
I got
related,
like
who
I feel
knows?
like they must be childhood homies.
Yeah. I have to keep making the tincture that keeps your ass alive and not eating my face. So
Yeah, and
You know.
here's a bag of watches. I like
Yeah.
when he was stealing from the cop or whatever. What was it? It's not a March of Dimes or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah, you stealing from them, you gonna steal from me too. It's ain't the much dimes. Yeah, it's the one-liners in the movie are good.
Except for the only one I don't really like is some motherfucker always trying to ice skate uphill.
Some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill.
That's just weird.
It is weird, but you know,
Yeah.
it's still pretty
It's
good.
funny, but it's not because it's a good line.
Yeah.
I think in the 80s it was pretty good.
Well, in the 80s maybe, but this was 98, not 80s.
This is true. All right, let's check out that vampire listing.
All right, let's do it.
Which this movie helped us with this because at one point they go,
here are the things that don't work. I'm like, thanks.
yeah,
Thanks, movie.
Whistler's very good at informing their person new to the scene of vampires in their realm of going, this is the stuff that's true and this is the stuff that's bullshit.
Blood dependency,
Yes.
Yes.
immortality,
Yes.
Yep.
physical prowess,
Yes.
magical prowess. Not really.
So I think you could say maybe yes because obviously there's something magical going on with the prophecy. So
But I wonder if that's just magic and not.
yeah,
the
but
magic
that's
of the
not really
vampire.
defined because they don't establish that this is the Marvel realm where there
Mm-hmm.
is magic. So it's kind of
I wonder if it seems like a ritual more than the vampire. Like vampires aren't magic.
yeah.
They're not like staring into your eyes and being like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
come to me."
So let's cheat
And I don't think the thralls that they're making, the familiars, it
No,
doesn't seem like they're getting anything out of it.
No,
It
I
just
feel
seems
like- I think they're just-
working for them.
Because they're hoping they're just
they're
going,
going to be turned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think that they're really throwing around magical stuff as vampires.
yeah.
At least not in this one.
Yeah.
I don't know if in the future, in 2 and 3, they kind of go into.
I was going to say if we should cheat and think about 2 and 3.
He's not seen them,
I've not
so we
those
can't.
ones. So I can't help you. At least there.
Yeah. But
Magic,
I feel they should leave the door open because we know there is a magical ritual that
yeah, there is magic, but is it vampire magic? Who knows? Magical blood heals, acts as a drug, makes vampires. They don't really make. They don't.
No, their blood wasn't magical per se, because it was more of a virus kind of thing
Yeah.
that was that would
That was transmissible through bite.
and basically their form of creation is if you're bit but not killed.
Well, I don't know. They use the blood to make Deacon Frost into the Blood Lord. So
But that's blood magic.
But yeah, that ties back into whether or not the ritual that had to deal with the ritual. It also they had to have the Daywalker's blood and then the 12 pure bloods as well. So there's a whole.
So wait a minute. We got to go back to magical powers because when he cuts Deacon in half, he uses the blood to like go back together. That's a power. That's magical.
But at that point, was he a vampire or was he a blood god?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, are we?
Well, I for what I've got for magical prowess is enchanting gaze and thrall creation. Essentially, the magical powers you
into my
Come to me.
yeah, the sort of magical powers you expect a vampire to get.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then no.
And then I don't think so. Kind of like magical blood. That seems
it
seems separate from vampires rather than just in universe because
Yeah.
it seems like there is definitely a blood connection, but it's not like the blood is
Yeah.
magic. Nigh unkillable.
Yes.
Yeah. Shape shifting.
No.
No shape shifting. Distinct appearance. Yeah, fangs, pale,
Yes.
long fingernails. Wears
And
black,
they can grow
especially in the
their fingernails.
90s.
Black leather, even. Yeah.
Coffin dependency.
No.
Deacon's frostbed was a
not
coffin.
but definitely they lock themselves
And, yeah.
Yeah.
away from the sunlight. But
Yeah.
like old stories or whatever, you have to sleep like in your coffin or whatever,
Yeah.
which doesn't seem to be the case. But you still want to like lock yourself away. Monstrous predatory / monstrous forms, stalking and hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think them taking them to the club and having like a good time with them, and then murdering them for food kind of seems like predatory.
Sure.
Tragic figure
No.
for Blade.
For
only.
Blade.
Blade is.
For Blade only.
But he's not a full vampire.
Yeah, the vampires are not shown as tragic figures. It's just
This was an underworld, kids.
yeah. Randy.
Yes, and I would say that because in the opening scene, vampire goon guy is like getting a blowjob.
Getting some head. Yeah. Hierarchy. Yep.
Yes.
Sunlight weakness.
Yes, and I do appreciate the we're just gonna slather on the sunblock, wear the helmets.
It's so fucking stupid.
It's pretty dumb.
But at the same time,
At least them putting on the helmets makes me feel better rather than just having a little bit of sunscreen on.
Well, it's like
he caked it on at least.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's like sunblock. Oh, suntan lotion. What'd you put on your eyes and hairs, dickhead?
Yeah, would you put it all over here?
It's like he's like, welcome, Blade. Oh, suntan lotion. Yes.
Holy weakness.
No, they established that's bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Forbiddance.
No, but it seemed like that was an
It
issue.
seemed like that's an issue. Water weakness.
Nope, and they said again, that's bullshit in the movie for us. So I was like, oh, that's not going to be a question.
Running water. Holy symbols or crosses, whatever. I think that's not going to work. Silver weakness.
Yes.
Yeah. Garlic weekness.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
They answered those directly for you.
There's a good chunk of them. So silver, water, forbiddance, holy, tragic figure, coffin dependency, shape-shifting, and magical blood and magical prowess. That's 9 that they don't meet out of 19, so 10 out of 19. Yeah. Not your most traditional vampires. You got to mix in a little bit of the Matrix in there because that's about the era of movie making that we're kind of dealing with.
So, guys,
He wears black leather just because he's Blade and he's dark, not because he's a half vampire.
Yeah.
what do y'all think that the critics gave this movie on IMDb? What's the rating?
The score?
The score on IMDb, 6.8.
I saw it already.
I'm just saying
7.1.
it is 7.1. Yeah. So, yeah, 7.1.
close.
Not bad.
It was close. 6.8. That's real good.
All right, so on Rotten Tomatoes, what do you think the critics gave this movie?
I think I saw these earlier, so I'll let Nick guess first.
I did not see these ones. 69, dude. 69. Dude.
Right on.
57.
57. All right, how about the audience?
72.
73.
Oh wow. Really?
Nope, 78.
Oh, okay, 78. I remembered it was 70 something, and I was like, I think I saw a 3, but it was an 8.
Yep, 78. So,
But I remember seeing 57 green splash.
I mean,
And I tried not to look too closely at the popcorn one, but I remember seeing a 70, so I was like, yeah, it's up there.
it was rather popular. So the question remains, my friends: Does this movie suck?
Does it suck?
Does it bite? I personally think this movie sucks. It's vampire enough, good choreography. I love the part where she's standing there and he fucking dropped in behind her and you didn't hear anything.
Oh yeah, you see the flash, but you don't hear it. You don't hear
like
it.
he's is that a supernatural power or is he just really quiet?
He's just a ninja. He's Blade.
With Batman toys.
Yeah, he's got the glaive.
He's basically half vampire Batman.
Yeah.
He's Xena.
But without the trust fund to help fund his endeavors, so it's all stolen watches that get fenced. And then there's this whole question on, is this bad racial profiling because Blade is also black and he's stealing stuff?
He's a Blackula killer.
Yeah, that'd be someone else.
Oh, never mind.
That would be Blackula. It's the movie that I've not seen.
I said he's a Blackula killer.
Yeah, no, but that would be in that movie, I assume.
But does it suck?
I think it's at least,
Does it nibble?
jamming a straw in your neck or something like that. It's at least getting there. I don't know. It's okay. I don't think this is a bad movie. It's just not one I love, but it's got fun bits to it.
Yeah.
But you have to say, Nick, does it suck or does it?
It sticks a straw in your neck.
Wait, that's literally like whenever you threaten me and you're like, "Don't you 0.5 nothing, motherfucker? Don't you 0.5?"
This is allowed to be. We're allowed to be subjective on this one or funny.
I gave it a 6. 6 out of 10.
So it nibbles.
Sure. But I think Nibbles is even.
No, nipples would be more towards bite.
It's getting closer to suck, which means it's like actually I need to get a metal straw. The plastic one just
Instead of the Capri Sun one.
it keeps bouncing off your neck. Hold still, damn it!
What are you, Luke Cage? Jesus. How about you, baby?
It sucks.
It sucks.
I can't do a good Wesley Snipes. Sorry.
It sucks.
There you go. That was my response.
That's not even a good Wesley Snipe, but
Better than mine.
but you know.
All right, we want to put a bow on this one.
Let's put a stake in it.
No.
Go watch it. It's a good movie.
Yeah. And join us next month for, I guess it's my choice next month.
Yeah.
Which I'm brewing a few things, and none of them are Blood Rain.
You want to go ahead and tell the audience at
No,
home?
I've not made up my mind yet.
You gotta wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by wait, I mean you gotta wait.
Hey, I've got a couple ideas what Nick could be going with. So
I got at least 2 rattling around the head. I thought about Blood Rain, but Twilight didn't do good enough for me to subject us to Blood Rain 2.
Thank you.
If people watched us suffer, I would make us suffer for the entertainment value.
for the clicks.
Don't
for
do
the
that.
clicks, folks.
Don't do that. This is something we enjoy doing. Don't torture us and make this a job.
Hey, Twilight was funny.
It was funny, actually.
That was pretty funny.
What I thought was funny is when we actually went to Shane's house right before game, and we were like, "Hey, you did Twilight," and it was like we hated it, and Jan was like, "I thought it was a good movie," and I was like, "Are you fucking with me right now?" Like he seemed like he genuinely Daniel seemed like he genuinely liked the Twilight movie, and I was just like, "Are you fucking with me right now?" And he kind of gave me a look like, "What?" And I was like, he likes Twilight. Okay, that works. Not saying anything against you, Dano.
Now he has teenage nieces.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And Dano's a younger person. That's
He's 1 year older than me.
you want to like glittering vampires, man. You do you.
Daniel's my age?
I think so. Or he's my age. He's was in the same grade, but I think
Yeah. I think him and Nick, him and Tim are about the same age.
Hey Daniel, can you put your age down in the comments to end this debate?
or don't.
If you check on Facebook, he's like 178 or something.
I've lost track of his age because Facebook he made it funny.
He's a vampire. I knew
He
it.
could be. He could be.
It could be.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us, guys and gals, and stay tuned for next week's episode where we're going to do a review of
Gargoyles.
Dark Shadows.
No, next week is Gargoyles. The week after that, we'll have a special, and then we'll be on to regular scheduled June programming.
I just thought of something.
What?
Dark Shadows was a monster-y TV show that came on back in the day, and then they made a movie with Johnny Depp that is a vampire movie
Yeah.
that I could make y'all watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah.
Be proud when I give it like a 3. So
I'd be more excited for a vampire movie with vampires in it over Vampires Kiss, which is just a Nick Cage movie.
Yeah, well, it's going to be more...
Tune in to see what Nick picks and then lands.
It's going to be torture porn.
Yeah.
So,
All right, bye. Everybody.
Bye.
say ya.